Fire my joint up on this bitch. I miss you. 3 times. Yeah.
Yo. Yo, 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 yo. We're back. It's another one. Back in action with the lack of taction. With the mass attraction. It's your boy, and of course today we're doing more MSQ, more story. It's been a crazy, crazy time in the world of the quest, you know, the quest of the dragons. But in life in general, I will say things have been going a lot more well. I'm just, you know, finding comfort in my consistency. And thus, we shall hop into another part. Not sure what we're going to talk about today, but before we do, we have a cutscene. We have a cutscene. We have a cutscene. We have a cutscene. So let's go ahead and get this silly little voice acting out of the way before I start yapping about everything that doesn't fucking matter. Oh my god, it's scary out here. This does not look good. Guys, what year is it? Oh shit. So yeah, last time we stopped, we warped into Grand Doris to find out how to defeat the immortal people because, you know, the demon lord back here was immortal, so figure out how to kill him, but he attacked. He attacked. And so now we are in a destroyed, or an actively being destroyed Grand Zadora, and I am ignoring the plot so I can collect warp points. But essentially here, we're gonna have a little bit of a boss fight in the middle of the square. This is old Grand Zadora too, so you can see, you know, some things aren't fully built up together, but this is the place, this is the land. A little Coliseum area in the front here, and like I told you guys before, if you ever want to know when a boss is coming, it's this little yellow circle. I don't know when what update that was introduced in, but yeah, definitely look out for those. That's when you're about to get bopped and shocked. Okay, so I have Chrono here. We have Shini Kamura. At least the first draft. I feel like I made her better the second and third times, but yeah, the first draft for that. And then we have our good old friend Marl, of course, you know, the love of her life. So, you, get out of here! Plumber! No bots for him! Oh yeah, I guess his voice acting's already there. Foolish meager humans, for the sake of the Lord and the immortal Demon King, I offer up what remains of thine souls. Okay. Alright, so we go strong, as we always do. This guy is, he's pretty relatively, decent in strength size. I'd say, not the craziest boss, but definitely not as hard as, you know, what we fought last time, so this shouldn't be too insane. It also just, can I say, it really surprises me how easy that boss was. I'm honestly a little bit disturbed, but, you know, I knew about the Let's Play curse, like I said early on, if you're an old, decrepit man like me, you know about Chaka Conroy. The Let's Play curse hit him all of the damn time. And I'm like Chaka Conroy incarnate, you know? I'm like Chaka Conroy times 8, times 3, you know? So, with all the editing and all the game knowledge. You don't need that, though. I feel like nobody really cares. And honestly, I would bore myself to tears if I just talked about the meta of this game. It's really not that complicated. I mean, there are some things that are like, oh, wow, I guess I didn't know that part. You know, there's certain tips and tricks that I will definitely throw in there that'll marginally help you. But this game is a lot more about dedication and really just finding out what works for you. It's not really one of those games where you gotta have hairpin tight controls or whatever. You really just have to work at it, you know, and develop what kind of style you want to, you know, interact with. It's not too difficult. It's all pretty basic Dragon Quest lore stuff. If you know RPGs, Dragon Quest is like a carbon copy of Dungeons and Dragons, basically. There's not much different besides it's very childlike and whimsy and not like the least serious thing, you know, story-wise. Except for some games. I will admit, 11 does get pretty dark. Because I said, you know, 7 was the only dark one. 11 does admittedly get pretty dark. But even games like Dragon Quest VIII, they have a lot of brevity. You know, it's not like people don't die in this game. Like, we literally just killed that guy. He had a whole name. No, he didn't. He was Tyrant Clumper. I mean, your name can be Tyrant, right? That's a name. Parents, shout outs to you. If you name your kid Tyrant, shout outs to you. Oh, I keep touching my mustache. I gotta shave that shit. It's like getting all over my lip. Okay. Who art thou? There should be none alive in this town with the power to stand against me. Yeah, I'm not from this town. I'm from around the time. Oh, he's puking. He's puking. Oh no. Was that a flare? Oh, that is bad. That is bad, actually. That is worse than a flare. Oh, they're summoning portals. Well, horde time. Celebrate thine victory, mighty one. Feast upon mine army to thine heart's content. Soon, my lord, the immortal king plans to launch his final assault on Gran Zadora. Thine petty victory is a mere setback. The immortality of my lord extends to the faithful. Be warned, soon I shall return. Indeed. Indeed he shall. You know, you can fight him again in Defense Force. I believe it's in Gran Zadora too, so it's a pretty cool thing. Pretty cool thing. We have the hero! Hero Alan? Alan? Giga Clubber is... Was he Giga Clubber or Tyrant Clubber? Why are you coming here not healed? Okay. I never thought I'd see this day. Who art thou? Uh-oh. Look out! Melvin! That was a sneaky bitch. Mmm. Why do all these guys, like, show up with a token gargoyle? Like it's a token black gargoyle. Token demon over here, you know, like, don't worry guys, I'm here to DEI you up here. Holy shit. Oh yeah, that's the intro. That's the intro right there for sure. Magic Burst too. We love it. I also love how all the moves they use in the games are like, not in the games, in the cutscenes are like moves you can use in the game. Sometimes. Well, I mean in Dragon Quest games in general. Servants of the Immortal, perish! Oh shit. That's pretty dope. Yeah, that is so the intro. Oh my god, how is that not the intro? Hello? Hello? Fellas. Fellas. Come on, man. The 12 Tyrants Globe Roller. It was an attempt to destroy the entire town. Yeah. All the more reason to defeat the Demon King as soon as... You're spreading yourself too thin, man. I don't think you're immortal, along with him. Let us return to the castle. I fear thine wounds may have opened up amidst all the chaos. Please, Camille. 'Tis but a flesh wound. We have more important things to worry about. He said it's but a scratch, but, you know, I decided to make the reference. You there, champion! I'd like us now to return to the castle with us so that we may thank thee. Who, me? Thou art a traveler, yes? Time traveler. Giga Clubber was a formidable opponent, even for us. Please, won't thou tell us thy name? I'm Baby. Or Chrono. 'Tis a reassuring to have someone as dependable as thee around here in these trying times. Well, I'm leaving. Ah, the gods truly favor us as they send one such as thee to our aid. I would like to introduce thee to my father, the king. Wouldst thou be acceptable? No, I don't want to see him. I'm good. Don't be so modest, champion. My father would love to meet someone as strong and capable as thee. But thou must moment. We love him. My thanks, Chrono. 'Tis strange, though we have not met before. Thou dost not feel like a stranger. Doth not feel like a stranger either. 'Tis as though thou wert an old acquaintance, or a trusted friend. Indeed, I've played Chrono Trigger before, too. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Please excuse us. I shall explain the situation to the gods. Please meet us at the throne room, as thou art able. Indeed. Okay, so we're going to the throne room. I'll probably beat you guys there at this rate. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Okay. So here we are at a wonderful new area. It's pretty cool here too, pretty cool. There's really not a lot of other warp points to get. It's not really a lot of other cool areas or anything, so we'll just go directly towards the next objective. So some of these areas do change a little bit as we progress through version 4.1, but most of them will say quite the same. You know, it's not like they're going to rebuild the town too much. You know, there's just like fire and stuff that disappears. Different NPCs move from this night cutscene. I actually think you can grab this cutscene in the daytime too. I will try to do that on my other file so you guys can see how it looks. One of the pleasures of having two files for this playthrough. I mean, of course, I love this game so much. I'd play it a lot more times than I am playing it for the camera. But yeah, it's good. It's good times, you know, especially since I am such a crazy perfectionist. It's really grinding my skill to just be okay with things not being perfect, just putting it out there. So I'm very proud of this. I really appreciate all the support for the playthrough as well, guys. Never really considered myself a gamer or a Let's Player, but this is something that I probably will do for the rest of my life. To become the greatest entertainer, we have to entertain ourselves first. You know, it's just a path that I feel like a lot of people just have to realize. You know, just be yourself. Just do what you naturally do, and people will follow. If they don't follow, then it was never meant for you, and that's okay too. But definitely fame is something I never wanted. So I appreciate the slow growth. I appreciate the people just tagging along. And just know, if I ever crash out and start looking for fame, you're completely free to leave. You know, that is a little bit inauthentic from where I started, but you know, anything can happen. Truly anything can happen. And it's all people, man. It's all people. That's how we communicate. That's how we relate. I see, a traveler aided in the demon army's defeat. And he came from a different time. Yes, one of the 12 tyrants. Few are as formidable as clever. Even Camilla and I had issues fighting him in the past. That's when Chrono, Trigger, and he is the guest of honor. We were just talking about thee. Where are you now? Let me introduce thee to my father, King Jute. He is also a sword fighting teacher. My sword fighting teacher. Besides him are my mother, Emilia, and my sister, Felina. Emilia and Felina. This is Chrono, the champion who defeated Giga Clever. They art very skilled of a fighter from a far-off land. No need to be so stiff. Treat this place as thine home and be at ease. I hope that will be good friends with me too, baby. I'm feeling a bit bored because Alvin hasn't been giving me much attention lately. When the immortal Gaming King is defeated and the world is at peace, I will play with thee as thou likest. Until then, I wait for thee. Wait for me, Felina. Yeah. Everybody's like, Marcus, why aren't you in Discord? I'm like, I gotta beat version 7! God damn it! Okay, anyways, so what happened at the Demon King's castle, Alvin? Tell me how you got fucked up. Yes, Demon King's castle, floating on the sea south of our country, was crowded with countless monsters preparing for the coming invasion. Alvin was on a Pegasus, while I was on my flying dragon. The monsters noticed us and we had no choice but to fight. We fought a few of the tyrants and even managed to wound the Demon King himself. Though he healed almost instantly, we had no choice but to retreat. Mortal Demon King Nerodos. Unless we find a way to seal his immortality, there is no chance of victory. The 12 tyrants will eventually be revived by the Demon King's immortal power, and the battle will continue until naught remains. Come on, guy, you know where the research is. The two of you fought the Demon King alone? How reckless! Is that where those wounds came from? Yes. Alvin was badly injured protecting me from the Demon King. Alvin was injured because his useless ally dragged him down. The Demon King would be dead otherwise. Who said that? Oh, it's a child. I'm sorry I gave you a manly voice. I'm gonna stick with it though. You know what? I'm gonna stick in these choices. Thou art correct, Princess Vestaria. 'Tis my duty as an ally to protect the hero, yet he was injured trying to protect me. No. Camille saved my life when I was about to be eaten by Tyrant Gladiator Troll. She saved my life.
Changes nothing. Thou art in no condition to fight the Demon King with an injury like that. If only Camille.
Thank thee for thy concern, my dear bride. Though that's his wife? Oh my god. Though thou needn't worry. I know my body best, and it shall take more than a mere scratch to stop me. Princess Vestaria, rest assured, I will not trouble Alvin any longer. Alvin, please get some rest. I have something to do, if you'll excuse me. Okay, a little busy, I understand. Believe me, I understand being busy. Such a noble soul, that Camille. I can feel my creativity flowing after witnessing such a scene. Where dost thou think thou art going? Camille! Dost thou... Okay, I gotta get the...
Dost thou intend to abandon my dearest Alvin and flee towards Adora and fair? And fair? And fair?
Camille, you gonna say anything? Good, good. Silence speaks louder than whatever the hell she speaks like. Anyways, Lady Vestaria, with all due respect, I believe Camille is searching for a method to seal away the Demon King's immortality. Okay, she's like, don't make me look bad. A way to seal the power of immortality? So Camille have found something that may lead to us to victory against the immortal Demon King. Camille is an honorable woman. She will return to us, sealing art in hand. Yes, once the Demon King's immortality has left, nothing shall stand between us and victory. When Camille returns, we march for the Demon King's castle! Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my hip. Oh, cock broken. Alvin! Don't worry, Felina. I just felt a little bit lightheaded. That's all. Do not try and deceive me, Alvin. Those injuries thou hast sustained are more than just mere scratches. Guards, escort Alvin to his room. Thou shalt get some rest until Camille turns from her quest. Everyone, court is dismissed for today. Indeed. Okay. So you guys probably know what we're doing here. We're probably just gonna go help Camille go do the immortal sealing thing or whatever. I don't know where she's at, but we'll go do that. I suppose that's where the story's going, right? Well, Chrono, I have a favor to ask of thee. Find Camille and aid her in her quest to attain his age of sealing arts. My son may be the hero of this age, but he is also heir to the gross Kazora. We can't let him die, you know? Without a way to seal Demon King's immortality, the war is lost and the world shall perish. Hence, why I ask thee for aid. I shall ask for a suitable reward to thee. Find Camille and ensure she obtains the sealing art. Yes, I will do this.
Well then.
I am counting on thee, Chrono. No problem. As long as you don't throw me in jail. I do not know where it is Camille went, though. Princess Vestaria's retainer, Yaslim, might know more about it. Oh, he's the retainer for her. This is a weird-ass love triangle. Anyways, please track down Camille and help her find the secret arts. I am counting on thee, baby. All right. Well, luckily we're not watching an episode of Friends or like Sex in the City, so that is like a back part of this story. We can focus on killing things, right? Don't we like that, guys? Don't we like that, guys? Focus on getting stronger and whatnot. So we got some new quests available to us. Let's go ahead and check the map here. We gotta go all the way up to the East Tower to Vestaria's room, which would be Estella's room, but you know, she inherited it from the bitchiest of bitches. We will talk to her retainer and find out where we're going here. Find out what we're exploring in old past Grand Zadora. Indeed, indeed, indeed. I don't know why that's there. Is that? Oh, that's the new quest that probably came in through here from Felina. So we could do that. probably on stream or something. I might have a little thing for that. Actually, let me see what that quest is, actually, because I am not sure. I just want to see. So it should be at the top here. Yes, indeed it is. So these are just some stories, some sub-stories. So you have, this is probably the one right here, 501. Yeah. So you have a favor, a light on a fleeting star. We get some leaves for it. Okay, just probably some chill stuff. So let's go ahead and talk to Yazlim. Brody, where'd your girl go? You are indeed the baby. I am the baby. Nice to meet you, Yazlim. Princess's attendant. Princess, I have come from a kingdom of Falende. Falande? Flan. Flan kingdom. Oh man, I could go for some flan right now. Lord Camille. 2 hails from Borderland Kingdom. We are not of Grand Zadora's people, perhaps because of this. Lord Camille occasionally confides in me that she cannot rely on this country's soldiers or servants. Do not mind the translation, it misgenders a lot. It is just the Japanese language. I understand. You wish to know Lord Camille's whereabouts. She likely went for the treetop town south of Grand Zadora. A treetop town lies in the Rovos Highlands. They say it is home to people who guard the location of forbidden arcane arts. I'm a servant of Princess Visaria. Can't leave the princess aside. Please take care of her. Okay, I got you, bro. I will take so care of her. I will take care of her so heavily. So let's go out to the field. We actually have a bit of traveling to do. So let's get into our topics of the day. What am I going to ramble on about? You know, what is going on here? So I actually found a really funny video that I watched a while ago. From one of my wonderful creators here. He's just like this dude who just chills out on a farm and just doesn't care about anybody else. Just, you know, pulls up a video sometimes and just takes care of his shit. You know, he's super cool, super smart, very chill, very easygoing. But essentially the video title was "Leaders Focus on Others Instead of Themselves." And I've noticed that a lot about just in general why I grow so resentful over a lot of my managers and people who are supposed to be above me, people who are supposed to be leading me and whatnot, you know? Because oftentimes it just leads to, you know, me not even trying to outshine them, but just outshining them automatically because of what I do. I always thought it was because I sort of led by example. But this video really taught me that the true leaders of the world, of time, of anything, they don't really focus on themselves too much. They focus on the group as a whole. And that's what I like to do. You know, whatever group I'm in, whatever system I'm entwined in, whatever community I am in, I really don't want the spotlight. I get it because I don't want it. But I really would not like the spotlight in most times. Most times I just like, you know, if I want the spotlight, it's because of, you know, what I did. And I want the spotlight to be on, you know, that cool thing that I did. Not necessarily me as a person. Because I just have a lot of social anxiety and confidence problems from my youth. A lot of people still to this day, you know, downplay me and say you're being too loud, you're being rambunctious, you're being too noticeable, blah, blah, blah. And this is literally just me being myself. And so I knew a career like this, where you're literally being an attention whore, would go very well for me. But at the same time, I know what happens when things go well. I would rather I fall in love with the act of producing content, making things, you know, in general growing better. And that way I don't get trapped in basically an echo chamber of bullshit where everybody just kind of sucks my dick and doesn't like love themselves at all. It gets really bad in some communities. And I will, you know, I'm gonna go get this warp board over at the Marshall Cave here real quick before we go. But we do need to go to the old Rovos Highlands over there. But yeah, I see how it destroys the psyche. And honestly, if we're being real here, all my content creator buddies, all my bros, there's no way for this not to absolutely destroy your brain. You kind of just have to be okay with that if you want to do a career like this. But luckily my brain is already destroyed, so it's all good. But yeah, it's something that I've noticed, that you can really fall into the trap of thinking that, you know, you are better than whatever being in your soul, in your body, is actually helping you to produce this content. I choose to call it God, Jesus, source, whatever you want to be. But you get trapped in that mindset. And when you're trapped in that mindset, you know, you start to think, you know, you're not just an extension of your fans, that you are, you know, the world leader, the ring leader of your fans. And that's just not how, like, life works. you know? So it's a little annoying how that process goes, but honestly, I feel like everyone in the world has been my collaborator for a long time. That's how, you know, I've always made art. That's how I've always liked making art. That's what I valued in the art that I that I ingest, that I consume, you know? I like it when it connects to other things. I like it when the analogies sort of allow me to put the dots together and create a cohesive story, because I'm very much a story guy. You know, gameplay is good for games, but I am very much a story, a feeling, an experience kind of person. Right? That's why I don't really consider myself a gamer, because if I was a gamer, I would be like frothing at the mouth to play all these games. A lot of games, I'm cool with just watching. I'm cool. I'll just watch the fucking game. You know, if it's like Ghost of Yote, I'll just watch that shit. You know, for a small example. A lot of scary games too, I'm okay with just watching. A lot of gameplay games that I like, don't really have good gameplay. Like this one. This one has like okay gameplay. It's really relaxing. But I'm noticing more and more in my gamer style that I only like really intensive games or stupidly relaxing games. Like there's no middle ground for me. That's because I like growth. You know, if I really want a hard game, I'm gonna play a hard game. I'm gonna play a Hollow Knight or something crazy like that. I went the complete wrong way. That was super dumb. But yeah, if I want to relax, I'm gonna play something like this that I can just slowly grind in. You know, Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, something that has, you know, a well-based strategic upgrade system. And so with work, with jobs, with any community that I'm in, I look at it in the same way. You know, we're all collaborators. So oftentimes, you know, let's say at a job, I'll be, you know, talking to someone and be like, what if you do it this way? Or what if this happens? You know, you combine that. Or if somebody's trying to praise me, I'll sort of like move the praise over to someone else and be like, oh, but they allowed me to do it like this or whatever. And it's even like, it even goes deep into my reasoning behind getting up in the morning. Like oftentimes, I'll be like, oh, I don't want to go to work. But then I'll think about it and I'll be like, who am I working with? And then if it's somebody I don't like, I'm like, but I could, you know, I could work on it. I could grind my skill to like them. And if it's somebody I do like, then I'm like, okay, well then yeah, I gotta show up early because I fucking love being around them. And so the thing is, I've noticed more and more that my leadership qualities, it's not just me leading by example. Like, of course, that's some of it. It's not just the consistency, but it really is the focusing on other people. And that comes from a lot of self-hate that is not generally a good thing. Of course, you know, you should definitely love yourself. But I don't hold anguish or angst back towards the way I was raised and the way I was brought up through high school, parents, you know, my environment. I don't hold anguish towards that because I'm very proud of, you know, my leadership qualities. I'm noticing in any space I come into, it's just like, it's impossible for me to not throw it back. if you understand what I'm saying here. I didn't mean to make that nasty. But you know, just give it back to people whenever any kind of attention or love is given to me. So, you know, for all you guys here, we are 84 strong here. We have a huge classroom of people here ready to learn. For all you guys here, I want you to know that what I'm giving to you is peace, loving, and understanding. You know, hopefully you understand more from these. But it's mostly peace. That is the foundation we're building here. You know, if anything, I want you guys to know that you can relax here, you can learn here, you can do your thing here. We do live streams now, so you can chill out and listen. Try not to be as serious on those as I am on these, but it just happens. I'm that kind of person. I love learning, you know, so it's never really gonna leave me, that sort of era of things. But we got our dude here. He's gonna tell us where to go. They are sacred art sealers. I don't think there's any warps here at all. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to go to the captain's room to find Camille, but I'll just talk to him to make sure. Just now, a young lady came to see Captain. She's traveling servant. And oh, she's so beautiful. I couldn't help but jump with joy. That's how it is. Captain Stowe's house is up there. Indeed. Camille is very pretty. I like her outfit. You know, I like hooded girls. Stoke, what are you doing? Stoke, you're disturbing me. Please stop, bro. Brody. Go home. Fair. Today, you know, I got to talk with the absolute perfect type. So I just want to drift off to sleep like this and have sweet dreams. Okay. Huh? So your type is a blonde with a sword and perpetually brooding expression? A cool beauty, you say? You're absolutely right. But could you tell me how you know all of that? Yes, I know who you just talked to. I see. That must be tough. But yeah, that's a different matter. I'm just so tired. Yep, I guess. If you really want to tell you where Camille is, well, no, I like to eat that. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Chill out! That thing, it's millennial picking. It's the ultimate pickle. Step for 1,000 years of concentrated magic. But get this! I just served it to Camille-chan as a snack and we ate the whole thing together. You saying Camille ate your pickle? Whoa. Whoa, I didn't know this was that kind of game. So now the pot is empty. I buried a new batch in the ground below this village just now, but we'll have to wait 1,000 years for it to be ready to eat. If you still don't get it after all that, I'll explain it in one word. I don't feel like talking to you! Well then, bye. Okay, so what we need to do now is go back to the present and get that pickle. Get that fucking pickle! All right, 1,000-year-old pickle? I'm down. I'm down. Some would say my... no, I'm not gonna finish that. I'm not gonna finish that. I'm not gonna finish that. I'm not gonna finish it. Okay, so I think the pickle is hold on. I think I can just do this, right? Yeah, okay. So same bridge and stuff. I think I'm gonna go to Fishing Guru. Oh, whoa, they changed the zoom stone. So it says Fishing Guru now. That's cool. Yeah, we just got an update. It is beginning of November now. So we just got an update. Can I just warp there? I can't. Fuck this game. All right. Anyways, Fishing Guru. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the pickle, and then we're gonna go do whatever fishing guy says to do with our lives. And then we'll end off the part. I do have to do things today. Sadly, I cannot just keep playing Dragon Quest forever. So, I'll go do my thing. No, it's mountains. No, wait, hold on. Let me see if this is actually right. It is a little far. So can I go Zedra? That's a little closer. Is there a Grand Zadora territory? Better one here? That is actually better, actually. So we'll do that. Uh-huh. 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 Amazing. Okay. So, oh no! Wrong way. Don't worry, guys. I know what I'm doing. No. I know what I am doing. I'm sorry. When pickles get involved, I get a little bit distracted. But yeah, I've noticed that. A lot of leaders do really like to focus on, other people. And honestly, I'm not talking to anybody in real life. I'm not. That is completely and utterly by choice. I used to be outside a lot more than I happen to be the past couple of weeks. But I don't really want to talk about why on these parts, just because I don't want it to be a core memory. I do want to watch these back in happy tides, and it's very embarrassing. I'm also still not really over it. So I will go back outside a lot more. I would just walk a lot. And outside, man, it's not like people don't want to talk to me. It's just that I majority only see old-ass people. Old-ass decrepit people. And then I see like the one young, interesting person, and then they're like dying, to vibe with me for hours and hours. And I'm like, can you go away though? So nowadays, or at least, back when I was walking before, I usually just go out there for exercise, to breathe air, to, not be in front of a blue light screen for hours and fucking hours. And it feels pretty fucking good usually when I go. So, well, I implore you all, maybe take a trip outside, maybe do a short walk. I started out with like a little 10-minute walk around the block, and, it just worked out really, really well for my psyche. So that's what I would recommend for you guys. Let's go Treetop Town. And yeah, it's not like I really don't have the opportunity or option to talk to people. I do. But I prefer to spread my communication through, the waves that I actually watch here. So, I watch a lot of VTubers and stuff like that. I hope you guys have been enjoying the cosplays and whatnot. But yeah, I've noticed that, man. I can't help but focus on these other people. I can't help but comment on these other people, which is why I feel like nowadays I usually just watch news content. I fucking love gameplay. I love gaming content, but I'm really not in the chat because I'm usually doing like this, gaming, or, working on videos and stuff. I actually have a couple other projects that I do off on the side, but I just like being as productive as possible, and it gets lonely. You know, it does get lonely when you don't have just white noise on you. For me, I like to have the white noise to distract me so that I don't, you know, wander off into headspace, because like I said, there are like 8 other party members up here that constantly fucking pester me. I'm not gonna bullshit. So, you know, I like to act like one of the little VTubers is just jumping in my head saying stupid gooner activities while they're gaming. It's fun to me. It's fun to me. It's fun to me to give him his pickle and have my pickle. I'm not gonna finish this. Anyways, that nose is about to bend, and yet that rich aroma. Millennium pickle. Yeah, take it. I do not want this pickle in my hands anymore. Take my pickle stalk! That pot looks ancient, like it's been through 1,000 years. And this writing, that's definitely my handwriting, no doubt about it. What we have here is 1,000-year-old millennium pickling. I see, it looks like you're not what you seem, And you're a real heavyweight. No need to hide it. A man who knows his stuff sees right through everything. You and I share the same ambition, right? I won't ask you how to manage to get your hands on 1,000 years and hands on this from 1,000 years in the future. Camille is strong, but strength alone won't cut against certain foes in this world. Counting on you to take Camille Challenge shift. Heard to the ruins of Riverview Highway South, Guardian's Hall. Only in Treetop Town has a secret password been passed out. If a hero or ally chants it, the gates of the ruin enshrining forbidden magic should open. Camille-chan, and what you've been searching for should be there. How about it? Was that cool? Well, that's how it is. Run to Reveal Highway South, Guardian's Hallway, go, pip, pip, pip. Okay. So, hopefully the password isn't something I need to type in a nearby chat. If it is, then we will definitely end when we get there. But I think we are just gonna end when we get there, honestly. We are running close to the wire here for our hour mark. So we'll chill out. I should probably go to the entry, because I think Reveal Highway South is south. Goodness gracious, my southern got out there. I'm sorry, y'all. Got a little southern over there. Yeah, I think it's over in this area, at the start of this area, actually. So we'll go and backtrack a little bit, collect a couple more warps. So I'd say some general advice on leadership. It is leading by example a lot, right? Of course, that's a huge part. But you really do have to notice that it's not all about you. You can't take shit personal. And man, I feel like it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I took anything personal. I just kind of tried to not be there at all. You know, I kind of tried to be as least noticeable as possible. You know, I give out my brand of love and I just leave it there. You know, I'm not looking for results. I just want to give what is authentically mine. And hopefully, maybe one day, perhaps we'll get back what we deserve. But it's definitely not a race, because I understand that when you get what you want, it kind of ruins everything for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you get angry and it forces you to do something, and then, you know, you're no longer angry, then you're like, oh man, I don't feel like doing shit anymore. You know, it's like what it drives us forward. The negative emotions are to be used, okay? They are tools, right? So I understand being a leader oftentimes leads to frustration, oftentimes leads to anger, but it's been a long time since I've just, you know, authentically showed like an explosive anger interaction with someone. It's just so not worth it. And also, it gives away a lot of your power. Not that I'm obsessed with that nowadays. It's just, it's a requirement for me if I don't want to die a horrible death by my own hand. You know, you see, the thing is, guys, I'm not a fighter. I really have been. But if you're not a fighter and people recognize that you are stockpiling energies, people are just going to be afraid. You know, people are just going to be afraid. And you have to learn at least how to reflect. You know, you have to learn how to deal damage somehow, you know, especially now in my peace arc, I have to learn how to do damage because I'm not talking to people. So if I don't know how to like actually actively interact, you know, cause a disturbance, you know, gain attention, because that is what damage is. Damage causes aggro. And nowadays, people think that all you need is aggro to gain money, and that is not true. That is not true. You do need the watch time, and clickbait has worked, you know, a little bit in the past, but you really do need the watch time, the consistency. Super important, super important. Which means you just have to be doing something actively that you're gonna do anyways. Actively doing something that you're not forcing yourself to. So yeah, it's the consistency, it's the active grind to get better that really drives people to you. I think at least that's what drives people. That's what drives me to people. A lot of times, it's just the act of them putting their nose to the grindstone, putting their head down, and doing the work. I really admire people who finish games too. I don't know why. That turns me on so fucking much. Like, oh shit, my dude beat a game. I'm bricked up. My dude beat a randomizer. I'm bricked up. You know, it's crazy how many randomizers there are nowadays. There's a randomizer for a lot of shit, so I might delve into that realm. But for now, we're the Dragon Quest guy. I know how to grow on YouTube. Look, I literally went to college for this, and honestly, they are pestering me about the funds. So I'm probably going to get called out by the IRS. But yeah, if you're a young content creator, do the same thing over and over again, which means, you know, play the same game over and over again until you actually have a decent following, and then you can start being a variety gooner or whatever the fuck. So, big fan of randomizers, big fan of finishing things. So don't worry, guys. If I do nothing else on YouTube, this playthrough will be done. I assure you. Anyways, moving on to our cutscene at hand. Camille, I found it. So this is the Guardian's Hall, where the ancient arts of sealing immortality are hidden. Indeed they are, Camilla. Frodo, why are you here? I appreciate the concern, but Alvin is wounded. I'm afraid he can't protect the castle by himself. You want me to be at the castle? No! If thou truly art to aid me, thou shouldst return to the castle and prepare for the next attack. Hell no. Shouldst thou do this, then I shall be able to search for the sealing art with peace of mind. Well, too bad. Castle's gonna die, and I'm saving you. Oh, hello. Wagon! Station wagon! That wagon! 'Tis the Grand Zadora's royal families. Oh. It's this guy. Oh my gosh, the love triangle. Oh, no. It's Visaria. Okay. I thought you were here to do weird things to her. Okay. He's being a retainer. Thou cannot flee, Camille. Oh shit. Princess Visaria, what bringeth thee to such a dangerous place? Oh, she's just walking past. Okay. She didn't even care about her. This door isn't just for show. There appears to be a large room behind it. Oh, wasn't I giving her a deep voice? I think I was. No, yeah, I totally was. I remember that.
Thou art intended to flee, Grand Zadora, like a coward thou art. But thou what seem truly art searching for the sealing arts. Yet allow for the likes of thee to take credit for this. It shall be me who delivers the sealing art to my beloved Alvin.
Princess, there are dangerous monsters in the ruins beyond. Please return to the safety of the castle.
I shan't allow it! Come now, open the door. Only a hero or an ally has the power to open the door. Right, Yazlam?
Okay. Milady, you are the future king. If something were to happen to thee, Alvin would be devastated.
Your future queen hath spoken, Camille. Open the door at once! At once!
Goodness gracious. Chrono, I take back what I said before. Please join me as we venture into the ruins. Indeed. Princess Visaria here. I would like to ask for thy assistance to keeping her safe.
Oh? Art thou to be my escort in this journey?
Ooh, that's kind of gross.
Surely thou shalt be more reliable than Camille. Let's get going, Chrono.
Yeah, she's definitely a woman hater. I don't know why, man. I don't know why. Girls, why do you hate each other? It's probably why I hate women. It's probably sort of the reason. Oh, okay, I'm joking. That's a joke. I don't hate women. That's a joke. Anyways, I apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. And I thank thee in advance for thine patience. Okay, she's opening it. She's opening it. I'm gooing. She's opening. She's opening. Oh, very well. I shall open this door just as Captain Snow taught me. Do it. You just touch it. That's it. Okay. I, Camille, ally of the Sarah, beseech the great guardians of this realm. May the path to the ancient rails be revealed. I don't think she said click. Maybe she did say click. That's hilarious if she did. Oh. Shiny. Shiny. Ooh. Allow me to lead the way, Princess Visaria. And lead she shall. Okay.
Wait! Chrono, Yaslim, we're going in too.
All right. All right. But, however, we will be going in next time. I appreciate you all for joining me for this wonderful, wonderful pods. This is pod 13, the luckiest part of the playthrough. You know, I might actually upload this on a Friday too. That would be funny. I appreciate you all for stopping by. Remember to drop a like on the video, drop a little sub if you love, drop all that stuff, or just drop nothing because you liked being here and you want to come back to see if he's really gonna come back and do it again and do the funny dragon questing. We have been running around. We have been doing our thing. I appreciate you all once again, guys. Live your life. And my leaders, my tweeters, my feeders, deleters, go ahead and focus on other people. That is how you truly elevate your leadership. Okay? Okay. Peace out, guys.
They ain't wanna see me win cause I'm black, so I put up in that all black beans in the back. If you need someone to call on the man.